From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, Air New Zealand says it's progressively restarting flights to Queensland. Ex-tropical cyclone Alfred has seen 2 early morning flights to and from Brisbane cancelled, but the airline says 2 other flights are operating as scheduled. Chief Operational Integrity and Safety Officer David Morgan says their Gold Coast services remain cancelled today and will be reassessed tomorrow. The spokesman for an Auckland golf course, which could be turned into mostly wetland, says the public doesn't want the plan to go ahead. An Auckland Council proposal could see more than half of Takapuna Golf Course changed for flood mitigation. Yesterday, about 200 people gathered to tell local politicians and council staff how they feel about the idea. The club's Stephen Dowd says he's confident the council is taking their thoughts into consideration. He says the majority of the public want the course to stay as it is, with the council's plan incorporated into it. Signs the cost of living crisis isn't getting worse, but also not getting better. A new Research New Zealand survey has found 55% felt they struggled to pay or went without everyday items. It comes after Stats NZ data last month showed child poverty remained steady at around 11.7 to 13.7%. Managing partner Emmanuel Calafatalis says there was no change in the groups struggling the most from previous polls. The government says amendments to the Public Works Act will speed up acquiring land for public infrastructure projects. The changes also include fairer payments to landowners, such as giving those who voluntarily sell before a notice of intention is issued an extra payment equal to 15% of the value. It's also issuing recognition payments to landowners whose land is acquired under the sped-up process, with a maximum of $92,000. Kiwi employees aren't delivering pay rises to workers struggling with the cost of living and increased workload. That's news. In sport, Moana Pacifica captain Ardie Savia is hungry for more scalps in Super Rugby Pacific. Having broken a 20-match losing streak against New Zealand sides by beating the Hurricanes 40-31 in Albany, Savia doesn't want to see standards slip.
For me, I'm that type. We enjoy the occasion. We head into a bye week, but I just don't want one win. I want to keep going. I want to keep winning. So that's the stake in the sand, and we got to be better.
New Zealand speed skier Alice Robinson has claimed silver at the FIS Giant Slalom World Cup in Sweden. The Queenstown 23-year-old is on an exceptional podium streak, claiming her 7th consecutive podium and the 17th of her career overall. Wolves has edged further from the Premier League relegation zone after a 1-1 draw with Everton and now has a 6-point buffer on Ipswich and Leicester, with Southampton a further 8 points back in last place. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.